Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura and I make content about mom life, cooking, cleaning, all of that jazz. So today I have for you a grocery haul and then a quick bathroom clean with me. It's about 9:15 at night right now, and that's why I'm being really quiet, is because my daughter is sleeping in the next room over. And but I really need to get my bathroom clean. Like, it just looks like a disaster. And so I'm going to take some time tonight. I'm going to try to get as much done as I can. I think I'm going to try to do like a half an hour and see how far I get, and then I'll try to finish it up the next day. It's Thursday currently, so we'll try to finish it up and get it done on Friday, probably during my lunch break at work tomorrow. So we're going to get right into it. Hopefully this will help motivate you to pick a room in your home and try to focus on that, get something done in there, and let's go. All right, so here's what we are working with. It's not super dirty necessarily, it's just really messy and cluttered. I feel like, at least my countertop is. My shower doesn't seem to get super dirty that quickly, but it definitely needs a good wipe down. So that's what I'm going to start with. So normally what I do is I clean everything off, I spray it down, I'm going to let it sit for a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and move on to cleaning my toilet, just because I like to let it sit and kind of do its job a little bit before I just go in and start scrubbing. I like to do that with the countertop too, but since I'm doing this so late at night, I'm not going to let it sit. I actually just ended up wiping most of it down, and then whatever needed to be like deep cleaned, like the stuck on toothpaste, which is blue. Why do they make blue toothpaste for children? Because honestly, it just gets everywhere and it stains really bad. The blue, and then I've had pink also, and I can't seem to find just plain white toothpaste that's for kids, that's not like super minty. So I'm gonna have to keep doing some research and try to find some toothpaste that's not super colored and has a bunch of dyes in it. So like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and clean my toilet. I'm sorry this camera angle is weird. What I had my camera sitting on was a little bit crooked, and so that's why it's kind of lopsided. So always happens. But anyway, just getting that nice and clean. I love this Clorox. It's like the little pads. I like that so much better than like toilet bowl cleaner. It just seems to get it really clean, and it's small, so I can get up in like the crevices of the toilet. And I just love that you can throw it away, because my toilet brush is like disgusting and moldy, and it needs to just be, the whole thing probably just needs to be thrown away. And then I like to wipe all the surfaces down with Clorox wipes, because they disinfect, they make everything just feel really clean, and that's always how I've done it. I know it's probably really wasteful and not good for the environment, but it works well for me, and so I'm just going to continue to do it that way. So we have moved on to the shower now. I just spray this down with like some tile tub spray, whatever I have on hand. And then I just take a like hot damp sponge and just wipe down the entire shower, the faucets, everything. The spray I have doesn't do super well with soap scum, but I feel like my shower doesn't get that dirty. It's just my daughter and I that shower in it, and I just wanted it to feel clean and just to kind of disinfect. We don't like get super dirty or anything, so I feel like it's not too bad. It doesn't usually get stained. Probably the worst thing is like where the shampoo sits, and then also like the hair that this is so bad, but put like in the shower. I always take it out, but just like, you know, when you wash your hair and it's long and it gets stuck, it's just super annoying. And does anyone else? So that was me checking quickly, because I always think when I'm in the bathroom, especially, that I hear my daughter get up, in the middle of the night. And does anyone else have like those phantom, I call them phantom cries, where you think you hear them getting up, but they don't? Kind of like when she was like really little, like a baby, and you think that they're crying when you're like showering and they're not actually crying. You just kind of poke your head out. So my daughter's almost 6 and I still do that a lot, probably because I live alone and there's no one else that will hear her. So does anyone else experience that? Because like I said, I'm still double checking, and maybe it's because I live in an apartment and I like hear noises and I think it's her, and she still gets up a lot sometimes. Like she usually gets up at least once in the night and comes into my bed with me. And at that point, I don't even notice, but I try to, if she wakes up at like 9 or 10 when I'm still awake just doing stuff, I try to listen for her and then just put her back to bed. So when you see me like leaving for that short amount of time, that was just me double checking to make sure she hadn't woken up and I didn't need to put her back to bed. Thank goodness we are starting to make some progress. So like I said, I am just wiping down with like a Clorox wipe. I usually spray down my counters, but I was like, you know what? I'm not going to have time. I'm going to have to wait for it to dry. And so I just spray in where the stains were really bad, which is usually in the sink, which it was pretty bad, like I said, with all that, the toothpaste. That just really bugs me, obviously, just because it looks so nice when it's not all stained up with that gross toothpaste that they just seem to get all over. And back behind, I did take a little bit of paint off, and there's actually a lot of paint missing on this counter. Oops. I just feel like in apartments, they just like repaint over. And so that's why it just peels so much. Like once a tenant's left, they're like, oh, let's just paint over this and it'll look better. And even though it doesn't, it looks worse. And then it just peels up. So I'm getting a Q-tip now because I thought it was like dirt, but it ended up being paint. And so I had to take it off and throw it away. So anyway, almost done. I'm gonna wipe this down with a paper towel just so it'll dry faster. Usually if I have more time, I'll just let it dry naturally. But like I said, tonight I just wanted to get this done and go to bed. So we're just gonna do that quickly and then work on putting everything back where it goes. I really love this turntable on here. I think I got this from TJ Maxx or Marshall's and it was on clearance, and I actually really love it. I kind of forget sometimes that it turns. So then when the stuff kind of ends up everywhere, but I do really, really love this. I think it would be great down below, like in my cabinets, if they were a little bit taller and I could put stuff on there and then turn it when I needed it. And yeah, that would just be really great. But I put on here like my hair stuff and then my contacts and glasses, as you can see, and on the top, and then on the bottom, just like skincare stuff that I use pretty often. Why this looks so cluttered is because I probably have too many products, and I'm starting to realize this, along with like makeup brushes, because I hardly ever use those, but I am a person that it's hard to get rid of stuff unless I know for sure I'm not going to ever use it. I like to keep it. So I'm trying to be better about that and minimalize my life a little bit, but definitely a work in progress. All right, guys, so we're all finished with that. I am sweating. I'm so hot. It took about 30 minutes, which I was so shocked about, honestly, because I feel like it normally takes me so much longer to get that done. But I tried to move quickly without any distractions, and so I was able to get it done really quickly. So now we're just going to go ahead and move on into the grocery haul. I hope you guys are enjoying so far, and we'll get right into that. All right, guys, so I have a grocery haul for you. I went to Kroger this week. It's a pretty decent store in my area. So I got some Lucky Charms. My daughter loves Lucky Charms, so I got some of those, even though they were like $3.99 for the box. Got some dill pickle chips. Those were on sale. Got some ramen. My daughter, even though ramen is so bad for you, she loves ramen, and so I got this. I also use the noodles like in other recipes, and sometimes just don't use the sauce or the seasoning packet. I got some raspberries and blackberries. These were like $1.49 each, so I thought that was a pretty good deal. I got some spinach for salads. I got, a huge bottle of hand soap because we seem to run out super quick. I got a couple of zucchini because I'm going to make zucchini banana chocolate chip muffins. I got some broccoli. My daughter downed some broccoli last week, so I'm trying to incorporate more veggies into her diet, so I got some more of that. Hopefully she likes it. I got some bananas for the week. I usually eat these in the morning, like after breakfast as like a snack. Some cucumbers. These were on sale for $2.50. I also got this boneless, skinless chicken breast. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these yet, but the price was actually that, and I thought it was going to be that, so I was kind of disappointed about those, but it's all right. I got some breakfast sausage. That was on sale, $2.49 a pack. I know this is probably not a good idea, but these were $1.99 each, so I got some fudge stripe cookies and then some chocolate chip cookies as like a little dessert. Even though food is so expensive, I feel like I just want a treat every now and then, and I feel bad if my daughter doesn't have a treat sometimes, so I was like, you know what, we're just gonna go for it this week. I got olive oil. This small, I think it's 500 milliliters bottle was $7. You guys, that to me is crazy. I don't think I've ever seen olive oil more expensive than it is right now or within the last year. I got some vegetable oil. That was $3.99. I got some beans and some carrots. My daughter likes cooked veggies sometimes with dinner. I got some crab, imitation crab. I might do like a sushi bake because she will eat that. And then I got some milk. To be honest with you, I need to give my daughter more milk, but it's just really, really hard. She doesn't like it, and honestly, neither do I, but I'm trying to be better about buying it because I know she needs to drink it, but I hate buying it because it usually goes to waste like half the gallon. So we did a little bit better the last time. We probably got to about there, so I'm going to try to work on that, maybe like try to do some mozzarella cheese. I did read that skim mozzarella doesn't do as well like homemade, so we'll see, maybe. And then I also got some pickles for the week, and the total was $61.12. So that is all of the items that I got for the week. Grocery prices are insane right now. Let me know if you're suffering as well, maybe in the comments below. I try to spend at least like less than $70 a week. I've been doing okay with. Some weeks are better than others, but I'm wondering what everyone else's total is for the week or the month. And we're just a household of 2, so it's a little bit easier for me to spend a lot less. Hey guys, I am back. This is the next day. So I'm trying to move my camera a little bit. There you go, so it's not wobbly. And I'm gonna go ahead and wash all of these scrunchies, our brushes, and everything like that. So I'm gonna fill this sink up with some hot water, and then I'll use my barbicide over here. I just do 2 capfuls of this to go ahead and get our brushes and combs clean and everything like that. And then I'm going to sweep up the floor. I'm gonna try to move out as much stuff as I can. I don't have a whole lot of time today right now, but then I'm gonna also take out my trash and dump that. So we're gonna finish getting this all clean, and yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. We're super close to being done with this, thank goodness. So now I'm just going to take everything out, and I'm going to go ahead and sweep the floor. And I am so glad to be almost done with this because it's super late at night. But this really only took me around a half an hour, which I was so shocked about because I feel like when I clean the bathroom during the day, it takes so much longer. But I think it's just because I was super motivated because I wanted to get this done. I wanted to go to bed. So cleaning at night might be a good move for me. Anyway, so I'm going to get my Swiffer out since I'm done sweeping up the floor. I don't clean my floor as much as I probably should, which I know is terrible, but you know what? Life gets busy. And I do have a spin mop, but I'm just going to use this because it's so much quicker. And this is a really tiny area. It's a super small bathroom and doesn't have a whole lot of floor. And so I feel like this does a decent job. It could probably be better, but it does okay for the most part. So like I said, I'm just gonna continue to do this for my kitchen floor, which is much bigger. I always use, well, for the most part, I use my spin mop unless I'm kind of in a hurry. Then I will use my Swiffer just because the spin mop is so hard to kind of get out and you have to fill it with water and Pine Sol or whatever kind of soap that you use. And so I think this is just like a quick method. And like I said, I was ready to get this done and just kind of wind down for the evening. And also I was trying not to make a whole lot of noise because I didn't want to wake up my daughter, because that would have been pretty bad, I would think. All right, you guys, so this is everything. Once it's all done, here's the shower, here's the toilet. It's all pretty clean still. I put down my rugs, which are also clean. Emptied the trash can, which needed it so bad. Even though this top drawer is kind of broken, we're making it work for right now. Just kind of reorganized the top items. Put my other clean rug down. We did the floors, as you saw, which looks so much better. And then I'm gonna go ahead and drain this, and I rinse everything off really well, and then I just let it dry in a towel. And here's everything else. I'm probably gonna put this downstairs just because it won't fit up here with the storage. But hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe for more home style cleaning, a little bit of cooking content. So all right guys, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time.